Back at it again in the garage. Clocks went back last night, so it is 8:25 now. Feels like 9:25. Anyway, what we've got here for the Mini, I might have mentioned these before, but they're, I don't even see that, and I don't know on the pronunciation. Urchfab, URCH fab, Urchfab reinforcement plates for the Mini, bulkhead reinforcement. As you can see, nice and thick. I saw these on Instagram. Actually, it was another Mini, someone building a Mini had these in, and I was like, what's that? Want one of them. So had a look. Yeah, reinforcement plates. Now, standard road going Mini, you know, standard 1275, 998, whatever. You're not going to need that. However, race applications, I'm not building a race car, useful. I am building a supercharged version, and I thought, do you know what? I'd rather play safe, pay out a little bit extra, get these in and reinforce that bulkhead. You see, that's how it sits on the bulkhead. That's your tunnel there for your rod change, etc. You weld it in, and I'd rather pay out and not warp my bulkhead than to not do it, warp my bulkhead, ruin the paint, you know, crack the paint, etc. For the sake of, now I think with postage, it was less than 50 quid for that. So you get the panel, and then you get the two, I'm gonna have to look which way round these go. Could be that way, could be that way. Strengthening plates as well. For the sake of that steering rack, 50 quid to strengthen that bulkhead for a supercharged 1275. It's worth the investment in my eyes. So yeah, gone with that. Also this week, because it's so early, coffee, Haynes, classic car reviews. It's a little Mini on there. So yeah. So we're not going to weld those in today. Like I say, it's 8:30 in the morning. We're at football later, daughter's football. So going to that. But I thought, well, I'll get out here. And also, I wanted to find out, I think somewhere I have some bumpers for this. If I remember rightly, they're black bumpers. If they are the black ones, and they're not for a Clubman, because I know Clubman had black bumpers, then I will go with the black roof and the black trim. If they're chrome, then the colour scheme is still up for whatever. So yeah, I'm going to have a look for those, report back to you guys, like you've seen in there. I've got to delve in there to find them. Shouldn't be too hard, they're yay long. And yeah, we'll see where we go from there. So here we are, a few moments later. We're no better off really. So what I have found is one black one. However, all three screws are snapped and it's quite rusty inside. Salvageable easily. Probably what I would do if it with this, get it sandblasted, cut and drill out where each of these snapped off studs are. So you cut it flush, drill a hole, and then just weld in a new bolt in the three mounting locations. But that is definitely an original black one. I don't know if it's front or rear. I guess rear, just by the looks of it, but I don't know. Only one of those. And two chrome ones, which both need re-chroming. And again, this one, so that someone's already ground that middle stud out. That one's completely missing and the tag's broken. And this end, I think that's, no, that's snapped. So you'd have to do the same there, along with a re-chrome. Again, I don't know if that's front or rear. It's certainly a wider profile than the black one. And then on this one, we have one good stud in the middle, and then a hole and a hole at each end. Again, it would need re-chroming. It's a lot better condition on the inside, but still rusting out a bit. The tags are better, but it would need a re-chrome really. Oh, you could polish that up. You could. Bit of quality time, some good polish. I'd probably go Power Maxed or something like that. Finish it off, cleaning it. But that would go. That could go again. Oh, hang on. The stud is there. It's been wedged back. So, oh, someone's tried to put a bolt in and got it stuck. Oh, well, that's all right. You could, yeah. I dropped it. Oh, it. Now you can see someone's actually tried forcing a bolt in. That's a metric. So, yeah, you could. That one could go again, but honestly, I'm now thinking that's I mean, yay bumpers, worse condition than I thought. So I'm thinking maybe have a look, see if I can just buy new. Go, I think black. Looking at the black, let me just put these down somewhere where they're not going to clatter about. Don't go anywhere. I'm still here. Let's get this black one again. I think I might go black, you know. It's like a nice, like satin. It's not like high gloss or anything. Just get some bit of Maguire's quick detail. This stuff's about 10 years old. Yeah. One of them. Quick. Go in there. Full on it. Still smells alright. Smells nice. That. Used to clean E-types with that. I used to restore E-types. That's what we used. Actually, that's come up nice. So, oh, it's a bit of a paint or powder coat's chipped off. Yeah, that would want really powder coat, but that's a nice black, you know. A few dents in it now. It's starting to clean the dirt off. But do you know what? I think I might go black. So, Rover Surf Blue, black roof, black bumpers, hit the vice, black arches. Yeah, I think that's the way to go. I think I mentioned before, JBW Smoothie wheels, 7 inches wide, 13 inch. I was going to go originally 10-inch wheels on this, back when it was just going to just be a 1275 with the smaller brake setup. Then obviously, you know, 16 valve turbo, we're going supercharged route now. I want big brakes, big engine, big brakes. Now I know you could say it's only a 1.3. It's a little light car. It's going to motor along with a supercharger on it. So I want was it 8.4 inch brakes rather than the 7.5. So I need the bigger wheels. I could go 12 inch. Getting 12 inch tyres is a pain. 13's easier. Not easy, but easier than 12's. So yeah, I think I'm going to go 13s. Yeah, that's the way to do it. 7 inches wide, really wide, real low profiles. Yeah, that's what we'll do. Black bumpers. We shall do that. Excuse me, I just burped. Now, those who watch anything of mine, I've got my handle working, Volta grip, that's what I have. And if you remember last time, I was saying, you know, technology, I'm getting old. I said I was 40. I wish I'm 43. And technology it's exceeding me now. I'm starting, oh, how's that? I hadn't turned the Bluetooth on a blooming handle, had I? So, of course it's not going to work. It's not connected. So, unbelievable. I actually Googled it. And then they're saying, oh yeah, you just go to here, go to settings, pair device. I'm like, oh, well, I'll just turn on the Bluetooth. And then it clicked. I haven't turned on the Bluetooth. As soon as I turned that on, it connected. We were fine. But yeah, it goes back to, oh, old age. And I'm 43. Technology is just, it's the basics, isn't it? I'm missing out on. So, not that anyone commented, but someone may have gone, oh, what was that? But they'd know. Yeah. So yeah, just waffling. Hence why I'm just calling these Garage Waffle. Seems to be a popular name. So I'll leave it at that. Unless there's a specific update, yeah, I'll just name these videos Garage Waffle, and maybe a little brief what I'm waffling about, like last time was charity. Oh, the charity. So I've got sidetracked there. Anyway, the charity. So I think last time I was £60 short. I am now £10 short of that £1,000 marker. I said my neighbour very kindly donated some money, and since then I've had another donation, a huge donation of £50. Thank you. And that will now take me £10 short of the £1,000 target for December. So that means, because obviously I can afford, I'm going to put a tenner in. It's twofold. One, you think, yes! And then two, you think, I've got to do this now. I've actually got to do it. There's no, oh, well, I didn't make the target, so I don't actually have to run the 26.2 miles with a vest on. Now I'm going to have to do that. So, yeah, mixed emotions. Yes! Oh, that's going to be hard. So, yes. So, anyway, I mean, if you want to be that tenner or whatever, you know, check previous videos. I'll put a link in the write-up, etc. Yeah, we're going for it. It's happening. So April 27th, I think, London Marathon next year. Running for Safa. I'm going to have, it's out there, with the vest on, I'm going to get a little like whip aerial or something so I can have their flag. Hopefully it's not going to be windy and just blowing in my face, because that really, I'm hoping at worst it's just going to hang down behind me. So you'll be able to spot me if you're into the watching the London Marathon. I'm going to be near the back 5 hours. I'd like to do it in under 5, but I'm a realist. But let's aim for 5. Any quicker's great, any slower, it's finish lines, not finish times. I'm not an athlete, so. But yeah, 5, I think 5 sensible. 5 or quicker would be great. But yes, quick, sort of garage waffle. That's what it's staying at the moment. I've had other videos, like if I get when I get around to it, I will do a bike. When I get around to it, I will put on there that it's the bike video rather than garage waffle, just so you've got an update on the bike. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. So this is interesting. So I was just looking through my logbook, and I thought, oh, those who know minis, etc., knows you can go onto Guessworks and put in your engine code and find out a bit about the engine. Now, I always believed that this was an SPI, single point injection. I've just put the engine of the original engine number in because I don't have the original engine. I've got to do an engine number change. And this is where it gets interesting. Oh, my phone's just died on me. No, it's not. It's okay. It was a carbed version. It was a carb. 1275 carb, 91 carb, not an SPI. Servo assisted brakes. Pre-engaged starter, yeah. But it was HIF 44, which is the carb I've got, with a red spring. BFY needle. That's interesting, isn't it? Must have been it would have been the last of the carbed models, because I'm sure SPI came out in and around then. Ain't that interesting? I always thought it was an SPI. I don't know why. Do not know why I thought that. I'm just have a. It doesn't actually say it. I've just dropped it. It doesn't actually say SPI. I think just because it was a 91, and a Rover Cooper, I just assumed it was. I'm okay with that. Like I say, it's a carbed supercharger now, but who would have thought? It's amazing, isn't it, how you can be so wrong about something for so long. Yeah, but I just found that in my drawer. I say found, I knew it was in the drawer. I just thought, oh, I know, guess what? But that's interesting. So now the wiring loom. I've got the wiring loom for the rear lights, etc. I'm wondering whether I've still got the front, or whether that was just a chewed up mess, because that'll be for a carbed model anyway, and we'll save a few pennies. Anyone who knows buys wiring looms. I could make my own, but anyone who knows wiring looms knows if you have to replace them, they are pricey, but it's the labour there alone you're paying for, really. But yeah, I could make my own. No, I'll buy one. I'll buy one if I haven't got it, or if I have got it and it's horrible. But yeah, I don't need to buy the SPI. I just need to buy a 1991 carbed model, and that way I'm not running extra plugs and leads, etc. And then what I can do is splice in my own things. So like coolant temperature, I can put by that gauge. And things like that. So, oil pressure gauge. But yeah, I generally thought, oh, I'll just have a look. There was nothing special about it. I thought, can you imagine, you know, check an engine number and you find out it's like an RSP or something, like, oh my God. But it wasn't standard. And yeah, it was a carb, not an SPI. Which is okay. Yeah, I genuinely don't know why I thought it was an SPI model. I knew it was an MPI, too early for MPI, so I knew that. But yeah, I just learn something new every day. I forgot to mention that BMW head, as I just briefly mentioned it earlier, the 16 valve conversion head. I've sold it. It's been up online for I don't know how long, and then got a message, is this still available? And you think that's a fair question when it's been up for so long. I hate when you put something up for sale and then 2 minutes later, is this still available? No, mate, in the 2 minutes since I've listed it, I've sold it, honestly. But anyway, yeah, still available. Arranged a date to meet up here. He brought a mate with him to check it all over and that. And yeah, we settled on a price, which we were both happy with. They were happy with the condition, the manual, went through it. His building, it's a 1275 GT Clubman, which he's now converted to 16 valve. Awesome. Now, he said it was his mum's Mini originally. Now, I don't know if she bought it from new back in the 80s, and it's been in the family since, or whether she'd bought it second hand, sold it, and just through the registration he's managed to find it and buy it back and restore it. But that's great. You know, this is a family history to this Mini now. It's going to be a 16 valve, so that's gone. Like I say, so that project, me and that path are gone now. Obviously I could buy another one in the future, but like I say, it's an expensive conversion. When you know, it's not just the head. It's all the block work you need to do. The fabrication, obviously you need all the electronics, etc. So I'm now fully committed on the supercharger route anyway, as you know. So it's at the moment, do I have it here? I don't think I do. So mine is going to be yeah, the VMAX supercharger with the HIF 44 carburettor for now. Long-term plans is save up lots of money and get the skip the twin Weber setup and go save up the money straight into the injection setup. So lots of money, but reliability then, because you're looking at electronics and injection, which is, and the purists will hate me saying this, more reliable than carburetors. Carburetors are easy to fix, easy to work on. Rather than sitting there with a computer and getting your maps and all that. But power gains through the electronic ignition injection, that's the way to go. That's a long time down the road. For now, we're going to set up with the carburettor to the supercharger. So it's the carb before the supercharger, those who know. We're starting with that. Obviously, the whole thing's got to be built yet. But the goal, a few years after it's on the road, I'm not saying a few years down the line, it could be a long, long time down the road, but that will be the goal of going the electronic ignition, injection, and yet serious power. So looking forward to that.